We continue our charades for a while, with Monica just beating Yuri, who takes it extremely well. Good game, Monica. That was close. Quite. I look forward to playing again. So, Yuri, it's your turn now. What are we going to do? A shy smile creeps up around Yuri's lips. I don't know how easily we'll all agree to this, but what about never have I ever? That's alcohol, right? That could be fun. Natsuki curses under her breath, but makes no objections. Oh, boy. Sorry for sounding stupid, but what is it? Everybody looks at Monica. Apparently, Yuri is less sheltered than Monica. It's where somebody states something they have never done, and anybody who has done that, takes a shot. Monica's mouth takes one out of Sayori's book. A perfect circle. Oh! Yeah, it's a fun drinking game where you learn all sorts of stuff about people. Yeah, but you can also use it to mess with people. Sayori glances around the room, clearly thinking. Oh, we won't do that. We're better than that, right, everyone? Besides, it's all in good fun. I agree. It'll be a chance to learn things that we otherwise wouldn't. Yeah, it'll be fun, Monica. If everyone else says so, I suppose it can't be all that bad. Yay! Across the room, I notice only one person still seems to have doubts. Natsuki. Oh, I have just the thing. Wait here, everyone. Sayori scurries away, a gleeful expression written on her face. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little concerned, but this is Sayori, so what's the worst that could happen? Sayori marches back in, carrying a bottle of... Is that rum? Yup. It's really good. While I have my doubts as to the other club members, at a quick glance I shrug. Honestly, I was expecting worse. At least it wasn't vodka... Vodkula? What the heck is vodkula? So, who wants to go first? Sure, I can go first. Everyone glances in my direction. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't have run my mouth. Considering how intently they're looking at me, it makes me a little nervous. How about... Never have I ever cheated on a test. Looking around the room, I see a glass raised. Sayori? What the hell? When? It was back in middle school. Remember that test that we worked so really hard on? Oh, that maths one? I do. We had a challenge and the winner would buy the other lunch for a week. Wait. You didn't. Sayori, I failed that test. And you're telling me that you got the second best score in the class because you cheated? I bought you food for 2 weeks because I was so impressed. Surprise! Technically, I did pass the test, though. My eyebrow twitches just a little. Then I sigh. Fine, well played. I know. I got free food from you for 2 whole weeks. All that saving let me buy the fancy outfit I wore to the dance that year. Wait, you saved up to buy that? Man, that red dress was great. It really suited you. And all the boys are great, know it. But I think we've got bigger fish to fry here. Both Yuri and Natsuki look at her confused. Did all 3 of you miss it? I glance toward Monica, whose eyes have opened wide. Who is eyes? Yep. Someone else was drinking. I don't know what you're talking about, Sayori. Oh, don't play dumb with me. I saw you drink while everyone else was watching me. Clever, but not clever enough. I just wanted to taste it, you know. Ha! A likely story. Natsuki joins in on the interrogation. Look, I don't want my partner to get rough. She motions to Sayori, who makes a big show of looking tough. But I think you'll find me a lot easier to deal with. Or we can just drop it and change the subject. The hint of forcefulness causes the playful act between Natsuki and Sayori to drop as they look at each other. It's not like we need explanations of why you drink anyway, so... Who's next? I'd like a go. Never have I ever been someplace where I wasn't supposed to be. Crap. I glance toward Sayori, and the 2 of us raise the shot glasses to our mouths, downing them. What surprises me more, however, was that Natsuki did the same. Hey, Natsuki, why did you drink? I could ask you the same question. Well, Melody and I climbed a lot of trees as kids. I'm guessing you did the same. Yeah, basically. I'm not convinced, but as Nancy had mentioned in defense of Monica, it's best not to pry too much when someone's uncomfortable. The game's supposed to be fun, after all. Never have I ever stolen something worth more than $10. Wow, when did your go start? Just now, so. Natsuki's eyes darted from Monica to her shot glass. After a few seconds, she downs the shot. I don't think anyone could have missed Natsuki's movement. In fact, Natsuki looks pretty self-conscious about it. What? Why is everyone judging me? Natsuki, are you well? I'm fine, all right. Please, can we just move on? Her bubbly attitude evaporated in an instant. It's a shame, too. So far, it looked like she'd been having a blast. I think I'll go next. Brushing aside her somber attitude, she pipes up again. All right, have at it, Natsuki. Never have I ever kissed someone. What? You're saying you've never kissed anyone? Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. What? Well, I just haven't found the right person yet, all right? Meanwhile, Sayori and I steal a quick, inconspicuous glance at each other.
You don't need the hyphen with each other, it's 2 words.
What do we do? It's not like we can just pretend it didn't happen, right? I glance at Sayori again, who's now looking away. She seems to have no intention of drinking. Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me she doesn't consider what we had to be a kiss. No way. Glancing at the floor, I almost kick myself. Huh, of course she doesn't think that. I mean, it was in middle school. Who counts that? It was with her best friend. Of course it doesn't count. I honestly can't help but feel disappointed. After a few seconds, I speak up. I think that means it's Sayori's turn. Oh, it is too. Oh, I've got it. That was awfully quick. Never have I ever had any pets. Huh, that's both exactly what I expected and completely opposite to what I expected. As expected? Of Sayori? Glancing around the room, I see Natsuki take another shot, and I see Yuri clam up a little. Bringing the shot to her mouth, she pours it in, throwing her head back. She shakes her head, probably in an effort to keep it down, then looks back to everyone. Huh. What is it? Oh, nothing. I just realized that you almost went an entire round without drinking. Oh, sorry, I'm not boring. Not at all. Hell, I drank almost every round. That doesn't mean my life is interesting. It just means that we live different lives to one another. Yes, right. A moment passes. Then, just as we're about to move on, it was a raven. Say what? He came to me one dreary winter's day, tapping upon my room's window pane while I sat by it, curled up with a book and a cup of chamomile. And I could not help but let the poor thing in. It was freezing outside. Black as the ace of spades he was, but for a splash of white upon the nape of his neck and his back. He gratefully ate every crumb I had to offer, and offer him I did plenty, for days and weeks after that. And would you believe how he showed his gratitude? He brought me gifts, that's how. Shiny buttons, insect wings, feathers, a loose coin or two, even little seashells. I still have them all tucked away in a little box, happy memories of the bond I shared with such a beguiling creature.
I questioned in my mind, they're used to that semicolon before, but this is actually an instance where they would want to use one.
All this while, we have been listening to Yuri's narrative in dumbfounded silence. Then Monica breaks it. What happened to him, Yuri? Yuri smiles wistfully. As unexceptional as it sounds, one great dawn his visits just stopped, and I haven't seen him since. I'm not sad that it's over, though. I'm grateful that it happened. Grateful that I was granted the opportunity to touch what seems to be the edge of a magical world. They say the souls of poets, artists, and dreamers sometimes return as ravens. Perhaps that was just what he was. A dark muse, come soaring out of the chill air to inspire and nurture me. Goodness knows I penned many a poem and a story based on what happened. Silence reigns once again, an almost awed silence. Until a sotto voce comment emanates from a corner of the room.
I don't know what the heck that means.
You'll be with you always, Yuri. Or should I say, evermore? Yuri's expression is a mix of surprised, happy, and touched. I can never get your limits, Natsuki. Who's to say I have any? We all laugh and the moment passes. Shall we try and get into more rounds before we change the game? Sounds like a plan. I feel we should try and give Yuri some. Or, no, I'll give her an easy one. Natsuki's up next. She is sure to give Yuri one. I'll give a blank. No way anyone has done this, and if they have, it'll be all the more surprising. Never have I ever rapped. I glance around at all of us and spy Yuri attempting to subtly down her shot. Yuri? Natsuki sees her as well.
What? Yuri?
She puts her shot glass down. Of what? Everybody looks at her incredulously.
When?
Well, that raven I talked of, Legrand, well, rapping and high-pitched whistling would get it to sleep. For my own personal sanity, I opted for the former. Not to mention all the stray cats and dogs whistling attracted.
Stray cats? Were any of them ginger with green eyes?
Yes, actually, why?
No reason.
Yuri throws her a questioning look, but doesn't push it further. So yes, I had to learn to rap. It's more poetic than you'd think.
Well, I think that means we need to get Yuri up for a karaoke.
I feel the follow-up question here would be, how did she discover that rapping puts this thing to sleep?
Yuri looks flustered, but I see her mouth curl slightly. She must be very happy. I believe it's Natsuki's turn now.
Never have I ever had a crush on a fictional character.
Everyone very quickly takes a shot except Natsuki. We all look at each other sheepishly. Nobody says anything for a good minute as Natsuki smirks.
Anybody gonna share their crush? After all, don't you love them?
I'd be happy to share my fictional crush if you share your non-fiction love interest. Natsuki blushes bright red, and if she'd be speaking, I'm sure she'd be stammering. I take a mental note that she hasn't denied the existence of such a crush. After all, who knows when such information might become invaluable?
So, you guys want to change activities? Yeah. I think it's my choice now.
It is, yes. Natsuki brings her hand to her face thoughtfully. After glancing at each of the club members, she then turns to Sayori.
I've got it. We need the stuff.
The stuff? Sayori for a moment looks confused. Then her eyes widen in realization and a smile breaks across her face.
Yeah, the stuff. Natsuki, you're a genius.
And the two of them scurry off, leaving the remaining three of us to wonder.
Should we be worried?
I don't think so. I wonder what they mean by stuff.
Well, I think I have a vague idea.
Yeah, me too, but it's not... Not what? Do I tell her my suspicions? No way, this is Sayori we're talking about. Though now that I think about it, Sayori drinking is a relatively new concept to me. Who knows what else she gets up to? Just then, Natsuki makes her return known.
Ta-da!
Placing a large sack onto the table, it falls open to reveal. Are those toy guns? I look at her in confusion, but her smug look is enough to blow that confusion away.
So here we are, everyone. Everyone pick a gun, then take 15 of the foam darts. That's all you get, mind you. No picking them up off the floor.
Why 15?
Otherwise, we'd be here all night for one round.
Makes sense, yeah. With that, Monica leans in, grabbing one of the guns from the sack. It's a large one, and from memory it has an automatic function, as well as a shield on top. A small grin crosses her face as she holds it up. Perfect!
Oh, actually, everyone take 2. Best to have a sidearm.
As she speaks, Sayori re-enters the room carrying a crate of darts.
All right, let's get started, Joey.
I see Yuri reach into the bag upon being told to take 2 and pulls out 2 revolvers. This'll do nicely. Standing up, her hair flows down her shoulders as she assumes a pose. Man, she looks badass. Oh, actually, I've got one at home. Can I go grab that?
Yeah, sure. Just be quick. We'll start without you.
Sure. There's no way they'd be mean enough to play without me. Besides, it won't be long. I race out the front door into the frigid night. Geez, it's cold out here. I make it to my front door, unlock and open it, and fly through. Now, where did I put it? After considering for a moment, I race to the closet. Prying it open, I see exactly what I was looking for. Perfect. Kneeling down, I pick up the belt and start loading it. After placing 13 shots in the belt, I place one in my sidearm and the last one in my pocket. That should do nicely. I'll have to keep count, as the belt goes for 25 rounds, so I'll have no idea when I run out unless I do. And with that, I make my way back to Sayori's. I gently open the door, and I see something that truly shocks me to my core, sending vibrations along the shock lines of my skin and digging deeper into my brain.
Shock lines of your skin?
Sayori, lying on the ground in the living room, is Sayori. She isn't moving. Hell, from this far away I can't even tell if she's breathing. I slowly approach her, dropping the gun as I do. After a few steps, I break out into a run. Sayori! Sliding across the ground on my knees, I come to a stop next to her head. Sayori, can you hear me? Leaning in, my eyes are drawn to her chest. She's not breathing. Oh God, what do I do? I know CPR, but aren't there steps I need to take first? Wait, I need to check her pulse. Grabbing her wrist, I can feel that it's still warm. I was only gone for a few seconds. What the hell happened? Placing my fingers on her neck, I search for her pulse. Frantically, I search for the pulse. It's there, right? And where did everyone else go? And why aren't they helping? Wait, there it is. There's her pulse. And then, after finding her pulse, I feel a soft movement. Oh God, she's breathing. Thank goodness. And she moves, avoiding my finger. She might almost be conscious. Maybe this isn't as bad as I straighten up. No way. She's not serious, is she? She'd not just pull that sort of prank on me.
Shh. I'm supposed to be good, Molly. You can't talk to dead people.
Her playful whisper reminds me of something as I come to terms with what was going on. Sayori's own words.